I had those removed, and that was it. Kind of like, I had partial sight in both eyes up until the age of 14. I suffered a retinal detachment at the age of 14, which wasn't picked up and dealt with in time. So I lost that right eye. Dealing with like everything that came with it, you were mentioning, legal action and things like that. I was discouraged because I would need eye care for the rest of my life, so I was discouraged from doing anything legally about it, even though there was clerical, if not medical negligence. Mine was deemed to be clerical negligence because the doctors weren't actually involved. It was more admin issues, like, oh yeah, they lost this file, they...
Really?
Yeah, it was clerical negligence. There's two types, isn't it? There's clerical
That make you, well, I suppose you're 15, but that makes me want to start to get physical.
Yeah, no, I know. But the thing is, bear in mind, I'm the only one in my family that has this eye condition. My parents are like, they came to this country in the 70s. Then English was not their first language. So they were like, well, doctors know best. And they didn't really appreciate the difference between, the admin side and the clinical side. So it was,
And there's this human nature.
Yeah, there was that.
Some people get complacent, not everyone's as good as their job.
And then obviously, like I said, what's money if you've lost an eye? So it's not going to bring anything back. So anyway, carried on, just like anybody else. I was at secondary school at the time, finished my GCSEs, finished my A-levels, went to university, got into a career. I became a teacher with one eye, but hey, nonetheless, I managed it. And I did that for about 10, 12 years. No, yeah, just under 10 years. And then my left eye started to wobble. I had some surgery, minor surgery, just to clear the front of it. It started to get cloudy. My cornea was failing. And then I had one corneal transplant, which worked really well. And it failed about 10 months later, just before COVID. And I was meant to have another one.
What's a corneal transplant? Corneal
transplant is the cornea is the front of the eye, just above the lens, which is like the window.
Okay.
Now, you can get cloudy through disease, through infection, through all sorts. If you scratch it. So because of my cataract removals, I don't have an actual real lens. So most people have cataract removals, they get a plastic lens surgically attached to the front of their eye. I didn't, because I was a baby at the time, and my eyes were too small. They couldn't physically stitch it in. Anyway, so my corneas have always been exposed. So my left one, it started to get all scratched up and cloudy and stuff like that. I had a transplant, it worked. 10 months later, it rejected, which is a bit odd, but anyway, it did. I was meant to have another one, but then COVID happened, and it was like, oh, well, it's the front of the eye. It's not a problem. Don't worry. It might get really cloudy, but it's not an emergency. It's not sight threatening, which unfortunately in my case it was, because there was damage in the back of the eye, which wasn't spotted because you couldn't see through, because the front is cloudy. So, when you go to an optician's or whatever, they look at you through a lens, through a slit lamp with the powerful light and all the rest of it. They couldn't see the damage in the back, and they just assumed that it was just a damage at the front, which obviously it wasn't. So damage in the back of the eye, had more surgery. It sort of worked, but because the damage in the back of the eye is irreversible, it was only a waiting game before, the cells eventually died, and that you can't revive those. And for the next, I would say 2 years, it was just a downhill sort of run. And then I've been like this, completely blind, with no light perception or anything like that. It's black basically from left to right for about 2.5 years now, 2023. So
but you found the car door handle really well. I was surprised.
I get this a lot, so I can't even explain how I do this.
Is it like a bat?
No. I guess it based on the sound your car makes. I'm like, okay, that must be the engine. Okay, calculate a bit more for where the front door is, and then calculate a bit more from where the back door is. I can't explain how I do it. I couldn't even explain it to myself, leave alone anybody else.
Okay.
I get it wrong all the time, and I hate it because I'm a proper germaphobe. Like, I hate touching things, right? But now, ever since I've lost my sight, I've had to I have to feel around gates, doors, car doors. If I'm going in the tube or whatever, I'm like, oh, I hate it. It's horrible, but it's just part of life now. I mean,
How have you you sound really confident and really...
I'm not. Believe you me, I'm not.
How have you dealt with this because you've happened mental health 15 years old?
With great difficulty. I mean, I talk about it now, but anybody who knows me knows that when it was happening, like COVID, lockdown, all that, I was in a very, very dark place, like literally and metaphorically. And I didn't take it well on either occasion. Like when I was 15 years old, and when I was 31 years old. I did not take either of those well. The more recent one, obviously, I took it a lot worse because I have a family now. I have a wife and a son.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! That is really positive that you still manage to. I don't want to sound patronising, but you're living your life as just a normal.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if that's
what option do I have? It's carry on or nothing. So I mean, I've accepted it. I've accepted my sight loss. I will never get over it though.
Can I ask, is your wife got blind as well?
No. She's completely fully sighted. My son has an eye condition.
Oh, is it?
He inherited it from me, yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, he can see in both eyes actually.
All right.
So
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's just go to it now. So what would be your words of advice to people who are going through that kind of thing with your eyes?
It's difficult. It varies case by case, because you don't know the sort of individual circumstances. Now somebody might be going through they don't know whether they're going to see again, or they know they're definitely not going to see again. Just reach out to as many people as you can. Make sure you have a support network around you of people who understand you. And also, don't be afraid to let it out. Don't bottle things up. There's times where you're going to cry. There's times where you're going to scream. There's times where you're just going to want to be on your own, and stare into space for hours on end. That's completely normal. You might not seem it at the time for you and those around you, but these things happen. Because the whole journey is horrendous. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's horrible. Those of us who've been through it and out the other side. I work with people who, have had very similar experiences to me, and it's the people around you that make the biggest difference. So having a support network and being in touch with the support that's out there. For example, if it's social services, if it's the NHS, whatever it might be in touch with them. Every local authority has some sort of sight loss service, some sort of blind or partially sighted support service. Get in touch with them and make sure. The biggest bit of advice would be for those who have had some sort of condition or they've got some sort of eye disease. Don't let anybody fob you off with answers. Oh, we'll deal with it. No, be on their back. Make sure you're visible. You're seen to. Whoever's looking after you, whichever medical clinical service is looking after you, make sure you're always there. Don't be like, oh yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Leave it at that. No, because in 2 weeks, so much can change.
Well, you're at your destination.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you have done for us, and I hope this will help other people, and I admire your strength and your mental strength and your perseverance.
Thank you, son.
And I wish you well.
Thank you.
Okay.